Well, good morning, everybody. DW, pastor of the keyboard warriors, Barry, here. Happy New Year, in case you haven't watched one of my videos in the new year. It is 2026, and I hope it's going well for you so far. I can't complain. I really can't think of anything solid to complain about for 2026. It's been an interesting few days thus far, wouldn't you say? Especially with what happened yesterday on the world scale. If you don't know what I'm talking about, go do a Google search and you'll see it. Go to Matthew chapter 22. We're going to do some reading in there today. It's been a few days since I've done a video. New Year's Day was the last time I did a video. Actually, I did several videos that day. But we're in the Beside the Still Waters devotional today from January the 11th. And this is the 2021 edition. This company it was free for me. They somehow found me online. I still don't know to this day how they found me. And they sent me their sample devotional. And so I sent in some free information, and they started sending me every 2 months, because it's every one of these booklets is 2 months of devotional. This one's January, February of 2021. So eventually I said, you know what? I'd like to go back and read these on devotional videos. So I contacted them and said, hey, is there any way you can send me all the devotionals you have all the way back to when you first began, and I'd gladly pay for them. Well, wouldn't you know it, a week later I got all the devotionals for free. They sent me all the ones from 2020 to current day. Amazing. I like this company. And they have different authors who write in it. For example, today, the author here is, I gotta get my light here, Daryl Richard of Goshen, Indiana. These are weaker glasses. These are not my newer glasses, but I'll wear them. This is called The Summons, and they quote Revelation 12:11, which we should all know. And they overcame him, that means Satan. The saints of God overcame the devil by the blood of the Lamb and by the word of their testimony, and they loved not their lives unto the death. It means that God's people, the people it's speaking of specifically here, that God's people were not afraid to die for their faith. That's what it meant. So they want us to read Matthew 22, 1 through 14, and then Revelation 7, 13 through 17. So I have my King James Bible. It's paralleled with the Amplified, and we're going to read the first 14 verses in King James, Matthew 22. And Jesus answered and spake unto them again by parables, and said, The kingdom of heaven is like unto a certain king, which made a marriage for his son, and sent forth his servants to call them that were bidden to the wedding, and they would not come. Again he sent forth other servants, saying, Tell them which are bidden, Behold, I have prepared my dinner, my oxen, and my fatlings. My fatlings are killed, and all things are ready, come unto the marriage. But they made light of it, and went their ways, one to his farm, another to his merchandise. And the remnant took his servants, and entreated them spitefully, and slew them. But when the king heard thereof, he was wroth, and he sent forth his armies, and destroyed those murderers, and burned up their city. Then saith he to the servants, The wedding is ready, but they which were bidden were not worthy. Go ye therefore into the highways, and as many as ye shall find, bid to the marriage. So those servants went out into the highways, and gathered together all, as many as they found, both bad and good, and the wedding was furnished with guests. And when the king came in to see the guests, he saw there a man which had not on a wedding garment. And he saith unto him, Friend, how camest thou in hither, not having a wedding garment? And he was speechless. Then said the king to the servants, Bind him hand and foot, and take him away, and cast him into outer darkness. There shall be weeping and gnashing of teeth. For many are called, but few are chosen. Love that verse. Revelation 7, if you want to turn over there. If you do like a lot of Bible reading in a devotional, this one's the one for you. Beside the Still Waters, they often give several references. And in my little writing project, I'm making a 40-day devotional. I'm completely finished day number 1. I'm working on day number 2 right now. I was able to have some time recently to go in and do that, so I was grateful for that. Revelation 7, verse 13. It says, "And one of the elders answered, saying unto me, What are these which are arrayed in white robes? And whence came they? And I said unto him, Sir, thou knowest. And he said to me, These are they which came out of the great tribulation, and have washed their robes, and made them white in the blood of the Lamb. Therefore are they before the throne of God, and serve him day and night in his temple. And he that sitteth on the throne shall dwell among them. They shall hunger no more, neither thirst any more, neither shall the sun light on them, nor any heat. For the Lamb which is in the midst of the throne shall feed them, and shall lead them unto living fountains of water, and God shall wipe away all tears from their eyes." Good verses. The summons, it's called. Darrell Richards says, "The summons came without any advance warning. You are to present yourself before Pharaoh." Time was limited. Joseph shaved himself and exchanged his prison clothes for apparel suited for the occasion. Genesis 41:14 says that they brought him hastily out. There wasn't time for extensive preparations. Prior to this event, Joseph had been overseer in Potiphar's house. He behaved himself wisely and was subject to God and the authorities in his life. In the prison, he also conducted himself in such a way that he found favor with the prison keeper. Everything that was done in the prison was initiated by Joseph, and God made it prosper. And Joseph stood before Pharaoh. He didn't sulk over the recent injustices that had befallen him, nor was he proud. He answered Pharaoh, "It is not in me. God shall give Pharaoh an answer of peace." Genesis 41:16. It was his time. He was prepared and ready. Unlike Joseph, we have been given advance notification. Romans 14:11 through 12 proclaims, "As I live, saith the Lord, every knee shall bow to me, and every tongue shall confess to God, so that every one of us shall give an account of himself to God." In Matthew 22:11 and 12, at the marriage supper of the Lamb, there was one who hadn't prepared. He wasn't wearing a wedding garment and was cast out. We also read in Revelation 7 about the saints in heaven. It says, "They came out of great tribulation, washed their robes, and made them white in the blood of the Lamb." The summons may come today. Are you ready? Now, this is the only part of that I agree. The summons may come because you might breathe your last. I believe that the rapture and the second coming of Jesus are one and the same event. That's my personal belief. If you know what I believe and what I teach, you'll see that. I believe that the 1200 days plus after the Antichrist sits in the temple, declares he's God, I believe we can count down from those days, which is 3.5 years from that time. And I believe that's when Jesus will come back. But we still won't know the exact day or the hour because the time zones are different all across the world. It says, "Are you dressed for the banquet? Have you washed your robes? Are you dressed for the banquet? Are you ready to go?" You do have to live as though Jesus could come back any day. And I can say both of those things. I can believe that Jesus' return and the rapture are the same event after tribulation, because like I said, you don't know if you're going to go to bed tonight and not wake up tomorrow. You need to be ready. So I fully agree with that. Food for thought. Look at the world events around us. Think about it. God bless you guys. Thank you for tuning in with me to read the Beside the Still Waters devotional from 2021, and I'll be seeing you in the next one.